In the midst of the Hesse-Thuringian-Rhone region, this is Point Alpha Memorial. It commemorates the time of the division of Germany and the many lives this division affected. Point Alpha, a symbol of the Cold War. Here, at the westernmost point of the Warsaw Pact, two political systems face each other in a delicate balance. The name of the museum site commemorates the American observation Point Alpha. Point Alpha performs a crucial observation task within NATO's defense concept until the Iron Curtain comes down. Today, Point Alpha is a multifaceted, continuously developing and animated place of learning, and it gives the victims of the SED regime a face. On the grounds of the former U.S. observation point, U.S. Black Horse Regiment soldiers tell visitors about their service, their experiences, and life at the camp. In the historic barracks, the equipment of the military camp is shown in a true-to-life presentation and explained in the context of the Cold War. Due to its favorable geostrategic location, the Fulda Gap, and thus Point Alpha, is of particular importance in the post-war period. People at the time see Point Alpha as one of the hottest spots in the Cold War. Two competing systems face each other eye to eye. Today, the site is a symbol of the mutual threat and the potential for military escalation of unheard-of dimensions. The Fulda Gap might have become the arena of one of history's greatest tank battles and possibly the starting point of nuclear conflict. At an authentic site between Point Alpha and the house on the border, the GDR border installations are shown in reconstructions of their various development stages of the 1950s and 1960s. Along the former patrol path, visitors can see step by step how the border changes over the years to become more and more inseparable. The exhibition in the house on the border complements the U.S. post as a witness to the time of Germany's division until the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989. The prologue to the exhibition provides an introduction to the disparate ideologies and political views at the beginning of the Cold War. In the first part, visitors are confronted with the threat scenario of the Cold War. They find themselves in a military simulation game of the world powers at the inner German border. On a stretch of the former patrol path, this part of the exhibition shows the development of the border regime, the expansion of the border installations, and their effects. In a subtle development from the concept of border, the exhibition guides visitors from symbolic rifts to the threat scenario of automatic firing devices, mines, and electric fences. Confrontation with the border as a system and with its protagonists, the locals of the border region, but also the border troops, allows a deeper insight into life on both sides of the inner German border. In addition to the global political perspective and the impact of the Iron Curtain in Europe, the third part of the exhibition focuses on the people living near the border. life near the border and with the border in the Gaiza and Rostov region takes center stage here. One of the exhibition's core elements is storytelling. History is more than a documentary chronicle of events. The spotlight is on telling true life stories. Visitors who can make their own contributions to the history of Germany's division are invited to share their experiences and insights. With objects, documents, and photos, the Freedoms exhibition shows the restrictions of freedom by the SED regime and connects them to the disparate concepts of freedom. On the top floor, the new exhibition of the Rhone Biosphere Reserve shows that since the wall came down, unique opportunities have opened, not only for people, but for nature as well. From Death Strip to Lifeline, the Green Belt and the Rhone Biosphere. Sculptures of animals and plants the Greenbelt is home to for visitors to touch and explore. Interactive maps and infographics visualize the background circumstances and characteristics, and illustrated chronology shows the development of the Greenbelt. Just a few steps from the house on the border, on the former Death Strip, the towering stations of the Path of Hope, reminiscent of the Way of the Cross. Echoing the Christian Way of the Cross, this series of sculptures represents the long and bitter time that led up to the peaceful revolution of 1989. The Academy completes the multifaceted services of and around Point Alpha with its own educational program of courses and events. The Princely Castle offers not only conference rooms, but also accommodation with modern comfort in a historic environment for Academy course participants and guests.